The Buffalo Bills acquired wide receiver Kelvin Benjamin from the Carolina Panthers for 3rd and 7th round picks in the 2018 draft. The Bills are 5-2, a half game behind the Patriots in the AFC East, with the defending Super Bowl champions clearly in their sights. Laugh at them if you want. But this team already has made great strides this season under new coach Sean McDermott. He's cleaned house, eliminating players who were holding the Bills back. He's changed the culture for the better, and everyone has bought into what he's selling. While many thought this initially was a tank year, it's been just the opposite. The Bills are hell-bent on making the playoffs after a 17-year drought. They might technically be in the process of rebuilding, with a ton of draft picks lined up down the road, but that's not their mindset. They're making strides now, and are not afraid of the mountain and 5-time Super Bowl winners in front of them. The Bills are for real. They mean business. So forget about the Dolphins and Jets. They're fading and will be out of it before too long. This has become a two-team race in the AFC East. So buckle up. The Bills are coming after the Patriots, whose biggest deadline move was shipping out the heir apparent to Tom Brady, as they traded backup Jimmy Garoppolo to the 49ers for a 2018 second-round draft pick on Monday. They didn't add any pass rush help or linebacker or receiver help, so the Patriots appear content to ride it out with what they have in-house, unless they sign some idle free agents down the road. With Brady and Bill Belichick, and an AFC filled with flawed teams, they have as good of chance as anybody to make it to Minnesota and defend their title. At the moment, they are tied for the best record in the conference with the Chiefs and Steelers at 6-2. And while they don't necessarily need to fear the Bills, they should respect them. These are not the undisciplined Rex Ryan-coached Bills of yesteryear. Despite all these big names they've jettisoned out of there, they've gotten better, NFL Network analyst Solomon Wilkins said yesterday of the Bills. So they're doing a good job of coaching the players they have and turning over that roster. I just think they're much more disciplined than the Rex Ryan days. They're playing well enough to, if not necessarily beat the Patriots, they're certainly playing well enough to finish in second place and get into the playoffs. The Bills have rid themselves of many of their star players, including cornerback Stephon Gilmore, Patriots, and Ronald Darby, Eagles, defensive lineman Marcel Darius, Jaguars, and wide receiver Sammy Watkins, Rams. The Bills, 4-0 at home, have won a lot of their games by forcing teams into mistakes. Talk about a turnaround, they lead the NFL with a +12 turnover margin. Quarterback Tyrod Taylor has played well, while their running game has gotten on track recently. LeSean McCoy rushed for 151 yards on 27 carries against the Raiders on Sunday. Now add Benjamin into the mix of receivers. McDermott was the defensive coordinator of the Panthers before landing in Buffalo, so he knows what he's getting with Benjamin. He had to defend him in practice every day. When the Panthers beat the Patriots in Foxborough earlier this year, Benjamin caught 4 passes for 104 yards in the 33-30 win. He's had a left knee problem, but seemed just fine in that game. I'm not ready to say they're going to dethrone the Patriots, but they're legit. I think they're good enough to be your playoff team, Wilkins said of the Bills. They're the second best team in the division. They're good enough to be in the playoffs. That's a huge statement considering they haven't been there in the last 17 years. But they still have to prove they can overtake the Patriots. I will not board the early train predicting the Pats' premature demise. Whoever dethrones them, and it will happen, will have to first prove it on the field. Say this about the Bills, they're making you notice them, and not for the usual messing up. They're going to make the Patriots sweat to win the division. It's going to be a tug of war. That much is obvious midway through the season.